Welcome back to The Outdoor Shopper. I'm Jay Ducote, and we have a treat for all of you anglers out there. Anybody that loves to fish, we have a rod and reel combo for you today, and here to tell us about it, one of the three legends himself, Mr. Jimmy Houston.
Hey, Jay, you look good with that pole in your hand, man.
I tell you
what, combo.
How could you not look good with this rod and reel in your hand? Look at that thing.
You really do. A camouflage rod and reel. It's an amazing thing. And the amazing thing about this rod and reel is that the rod and reel both are camo. Almost none of them around there anywhere in the country. Let me ask you a question about camo.
Sure.
Do you think a camouflage rod and reel will really help you catch more fish?
No.
Probably not, but you're going to look good out there doing it. And at $39.99, this is probably the best value fishing rod and reel anywhere in the world right now. This is an IM6 graphite rod, which is an extremely light rod, the 4-ball bearing reel that is just absolutely smooth as silk. I actually designed this rod and reel, and in testing it, this little 4-ball bearing reel, I caught over 500 fish without any failures at all.
Wow.
And some of them were 5 and 6 and 7 pound bass. And you know, to a lot of people, it might take them, well, it might take you a lifetime to catch 500. I don't know, Jay. But
for you, it's a weekend, right?
No. Well, it did take a few days to do that, and I can probably catch 500 maybe quicker than you can eat 500. I don't know. I
can eat 500 fish pretty quick. No, 500 will fill up my freezer for quite a while. I tell you that much.
You know, and we've got this available both in a 5.5 and a 6.5 foot. The 5.5 foot is a light action, and you want to use the light action maybe fishing for crappie or bluegill. It's a great rod for the kids to start with. And at $39.99, you can't even hardly buy a little kid's, you know, little Mickey Mouse rod or something like that for $39.99. $39.99, it's a great rod to start your kids on. And you can use it all the way up to, well, when I use a spinning rod in professional tournaments, national tournaments, this is what I use right here.
Wow.
A Jimmy Houston camo combo. So, you know, 5.5 foot is a light action, 6.5 foot the medium action. Medium action you're going to use for catfish or bass or stripers, white bass, a little bit larger fish.
Right.
But I'd get both.
I tell you what, that's an endorsement right there, ladies and gentlemen. If Jimmy Houston is using this thing in professional fishing tournaments, you know it has to be a good reel for you. Dependable and a great value at $39.99 right now on the Outdoor Shopper. That toll-free number that you see at the bottom of your screen, shoptos.com. The 5.5 foot version or the 6.5 foot version. Either way, you've got a great reel. And as Jimmy said, maybe what you want to do is get both, especially if you're buying this as a gift for somebody out there that loves to fish. Any of those fishermen, fisherwomen out there, anybody in the fishing world is going to love this rod and reel. The camo reels, and like you said, just that camo design, you look real nice out there.
You really do. An IM6 graphite, extremely light. It's a great starter rod and reel, and it's a great reel for professional fishermen. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it pretty well, it serves all purposes.
And I tell you what, just amazingly balanced, fits right in your hand.
It does.
Very lightweight, which I really enjoy. You could fish on this thing all day. That's how you could catch 500
I notice
fish
you're holding
it
right too, Jay. Two fingers in front of the reel, 2 fingers behind.
There you go.
Perfect. Look at that boy.
Nice cork handle, very easy to work. The rubber right here on the grip on the reel, fantastic. I mean, everything about this fishing pole has been thought of by Jimmy Houston himself, a legend of the fishing world. I mean, this rod and reel is just something that everybody has to have.
And this handle is reversible, Jay. You can use it. I fish a spinning rod. I reel with my left hand, but you can take the handle off. You simply unscrew this nut, put the handle in on this side, and you can wind with your right hand if you want to.
Okay.
You got a good anti-reverse system in it. I mean, it's absolutely the perfect rod and reel. The perfect rod and reel.
Everybody that anti-reverse. It just stops right away.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Very nice, very nice. So, I mean, you mentioned it earlier, but I think it's good to mention it again because you want to talk about buying your kid their first rod or reel. Boy, girl, doesn't matter. Anybody out there, you want a good, reliable, dependable reel to teach them to fish on. This camo reel is going to do it. Maybe it's that 5.5 foot version that you want to start them out with, but this is a perfect gift for somebody that's getting into fishing. It's also amazing for somebody that's been fishing their entire life, somebody like Jimmy Houston that needs a dependable, lightweight reel to go out there and catch fish all weekend long.
Jay, I can take a 5 or 6 year old that's never fished with this rod and reel right here and teach them to cast in less than 5 minutes.
Less than
That's
5
just how
minutes.
easy it is.
Incredible. Jimmy Houston said it himself. The camo reel, shoptos.com, or that toll-free number that you see at the bottom of the screen, $39.99 right now on the Outdoor Shopper. Available in that 5.5 or 6.5 foot version, whichever one you need, or maybe you ought to just go ahead and get both of them. That's really the right way to do it, and a great value right now. Shoptos.com or that toll-free number. Jimmy, these are fantastic, man. I need to go fishing now.